one of the most ridiculous critiques I've heard actually is, well, arts and entertainment is only for some people. It's the elites that go to the opera or the theater or whatever it is, and a large bulk of society is kind of locked out from that world. And I've never found it a particularly persuasive argument, but I put it to you anyway. What do you think? Is that a ridiculous argument, or actually one you agree with? And I know what the answer is.
No, I think it's something I disagree with.
Yeah.
I think it's because there is a lot of focus, and I think sport, if you look at kind of, our colleagues in the sport industry do a great job in telling their story and communicating. But you look at the, every annual Live Performance Australia report, which, analyzes ticket sales and attendance across the country. And more people attend performing arts, live entertainment than all of the sporting codes combined.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Now, next week on Hamilton, we'll have 16,000 people come through the theatre in the week. And that's week in, week out. We were, if it wasn't for COVID, we'd have been here, we're running through to the end of February. So that's almost 52 weeks that show's running, and 16,000 people are going through that, just as people are going and seeing Frozen, or going and seeing the Sydney Theatre Company, or the Australian Ballet, or the Australian Opera. So there's a lot of people engaging with the various genres. Of course, there's the big concert tours, which also, put bums on seats. So I think that's where we fail as an industry, to really sort of champion how many people engage. I think we need to do that more strongly, and I think we've started doing that over the past 12 months. I think that's been a really.
I've certainly never heard the story told like that. I mean, that is a compelling story when you put it like that.
It is. I think it's something that we need to keep leaning on and sharing largely, because I think it is, speaking personally, our production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, as I was saying, 325,000 people came and saw that show in its first year. Interestingly, 50% traveled from interstate, or overseas to come and see the show.
50%.
So they were people who not only brought their ticket, but booked an airfare, or drove, or caught a bus, or caught a train to Melbourne to come and see the show. Meant that they booked accommodation and dined in the city's restaurants, and hopefully went and visited other attractions. But of our 325,000 people who came and saw it, 51% were first-time theatre goers. So they were people that had never been to a theatre and seen a production before, but this great piece of content, something that probably many of them had either experienced through film or through the books, decided to come and take that step and come and see this show live on stage. And I think our job then, as theatre producers and as an industry, is, having captured their attention and their imagination and delivered on that experience, how do we encourage them to come back to the theatre, or to the opera, or to the ballet, or whatever it may be, to have that experience again? And that's where I think it comes back to, creating content that people want to engage with and delivering on that experience.